You know what this yard could really use? A bit of light. Ooh, right on cue. Blimey. It's as if all you have to say is light and a light appears. Hello everybody and welcome back to Survival Challenge. So as you can see, I'm cracking on with the baling. We're getting it done. We still have the vast majority of the field to do, but it won't take too long. I think we'll be done in 10 minutes or so. Just got another bale popping out now. There it goes. And yeah, good sound effects. It's it's going to be a bit of a challenge getting these picked up because I'm really bad at stacking them. It did cross my mind yesterday that a good thing to do would be to get one of those sheds that can auto stack bales, but then it might not be compatible with StrawMe bales because a StrawMe bale is not classed, well, it's not called a straw bale. For example, this is currently called canola straw, and then you've got corn stalks and soybean straw. So it might work, but I don't really want to run the risk, and we can always get another one. We can put a shed up in the future, but I'm going to put up just a standard shed today instead of one of those automated ones. And I'm also hoping for the first time ever to get to the round bale auto stacker because I think we can do that. We have the money. The Ursus, which was actually in FS17, is not too expensive. We can spare the money for that. So that's going to make the clearing of the bales quite easy. However, before we do it, I do have to do something else. There's always a catch. Yeah, the place where we're going to be putting the bales is actually in the grass field. Well, it didn't used to be a grass field, it used to be the potato field. So I need to cut that ideally and get that put into the pit so we can make another clamp. It won't take long. It's just a very small area. But once that is done, we can then use that space to put up another shed. It's only going to cover like 0.5% of the entire area, but it would still be wasteful just to get rid of the grass. I might even put some concrete down. So yeah, later on we'll be doing a little bit of landscaping, but for now let's get this done. Should be a 1 minute time lapse maximum, and then we can head over there, cut the grass, get it picked up, and then move on to building sheds. There's always a chance that the auto stacker won't work with these bales because it isn't technically the straw, the base game straw. You can't beat a bit of trial and error. I think if it does work with the auto stacker, it probably would work with the sheds. But without trying, I won't know. Actually, I probably would know because somebody would tell me in the comment section. Still, we need to get something sorted out today. So there we go, that is the field completed. We still have some in the baler, but that is fine. Keep it like that. So yeah, look at how many bales we've got. There is no way I'm going to stack these with the front loader onto the trailer. It would take me forever. Wow, yeah, that is a serious amount of bales. So this can go back in the shed. And then we'll just get it attached. We'll get the tractor attached to the mower straight away. This could be an opportunity to use the sort of finger bar mower, the cutter bar. Because although we do have the big batwing mower, not a very big area. So it might be seen as a bit lazy using the big batwing. The other thing we could do actually is we could wrap them instead of putting it in the pit, but the pit is right here, so we might as well. Right then, so there is the cutter bar. I think I did try it on the Ferguson before. The Ferguson wasn't powerful enough, so we would have to use the Massey Ferguson, which is fine, suits me. We'll just take the tanker off, we'll put it back there somewhere. Makes it a bit more exciting than just cutting it in 30 seconds. And yeah, we've got a few bits to scoop up and put back into the pit anyway, so it will be good to start it. Yeah, the triple drill setup we have, that could do with being replaced soon, because although it's good working with, it does require quite a bit of power and it's not the easiest thing to manoeuvre, but the idea is great. It really has helped us up to this point. Yeah, so it should be good on here. Look how clean the Massey is. Very clean. So unfold that and just get cutting. It's actually not a bad working with. You can cover quite a bit of ground with it. It's also quite a satisfying tool to use. Look how clean the cut is. Cutting it and laying it's just what we want for the silage. Actually, isn't that what you want for hay? Anyway, doesn't matter. It will work. It might be fine anyway. So once I've been around the headland once, I can go back in the opposite direction if necessary. Then we're not driving over what we're about to cut again. Yeah, this is good. The batwing mower is great, but it's not really designed for this. It's more designed just for slashing down undergrowth. This is a more ideal tool for what we wanted to do. And then we'll just row it up and get it picked up with the loading wagon. Just look at that, we're on 33.7 hours. That's real time. Just on this tractor. That is amazing. I've done over 1,400 hours on FS19. Already more than FS17. But I guess that makes sense because we've already gone further than ever before without an FS game. So yeah, I don't know when the next FS game is going to be released, but if I was to have a guess, I would say October, November this year. But there's no news as far as I'm aware yet, so we're just going to have to wait and see. But it would make sense to be November. That's when it always has been before. But I would have thought there would be something being announced at some point soon. Even if it's just Giants saying, oh yeah, we're going to be doing it and it's called this, whatever it's going to be called. Anyway, yeah, my windrower. It's somewhere over there. Actually, I won't use this tractor. I'll use the Fiat. The Fiat has not been used for a while. Okay, so it's currently blocked in by the silage pit leveler. That can move out actually, it can go over there. It will be used very soon. It has two uses: to level silage pits and also to counterweight the Massey Ferguson. Yes, when I have no front weights left, I just use that. Right, okay, so let's just get that all done really quickly. It's probably going to be like 4 swaths in total. Really easy to do. And it would be good to get some more potatoes in the ground, because I haven't really used anything from the Grimmy DLC yet. In fact, I haven't used anything. I'm not too sure if this is the best map to be doing it on, but I would have thought it would be, because it is really small machinery. But it's like a step up from what we've been using. Right, yeah, it's not going to be much. I could bale it. I could just bale it and wrap it. It's a tricky one to decide, really. Thing is, there won't be much in the pit, so it's just going to be like a little pile sat there waiting for us to do the rest of it. And I don't have any plans to cut the rest of the grass for at least a few weeks, because I haven't even fertilised it yet. I need to put the digestate on. Unless I can't put the digestate on because it's fully grown. Might work. So many things you have to remember in FS. Because I know you can't fertilise a fully grown cereal crop, for example. It might be different for grass. Okay, so that is the headland completed. I think just once around the headland is going to be adequate. So now I'll just do the rest of it, and then I think baler. I think we will do the baling. Bale it, wrap it super quickly. I can even get them picked up actually with the auto stacker. So yeah, that is the best method. Well, we're not going to have enough to finish the final bale, but it doesn't matter, and I'm really pleased that I didn't use the loading wagon, because it would have just been the smallest little pile in the pit, not even worth putting into there. But we have managed to get 5 grass bales, which will be 5 silage bales. We have the the other one, which is not a grass bale, it's a canola bale. But that actually is not a bad thing, because it means it's going to be worth potentially more if we get the price right. Also, I think this is quite a compact baler. It seems quite small behind this tractor. Probably would have been better suited to the Massey Ferguson. Okay, that'll do. Right, so back into the Fiat. We'll just get these few wrapped up. I don't think any are in the way of where I want to put the shed, so that's good. We don't have to do any moving. Yeah, the shed is likely going to go just at the back of there. Okay, unfold this. Get the first one put onto there. Let the wrapping commence. Yeah, this is going to be very easy. They're all together. This is why I didn't get rid of the bale wrapper, because you just never know when you might need it. It does take a while to work, but it's just doing a thorough wrap. There we go. 1 out of 5. I will see you when this is all done and we're over at the store. The Ursus. Right, so £39,000. We can save a bit of money buying it used, but we're going to have to put it through the workshop. It only has a capacity of 8 bales, but it's not really the capacity that I'm interested in. It's more the neatness, because it's going to make it really neat when putting it in the shed. So what we will do is we'll pick up those silage bales to begin with and just put them in front of the BGA. Doesn't matter if they don't sell, because I can potentially use them for something else, but I doubt it. I think we'll probably be putting them in there. But then we will do the placing of the shed and the landscaping and stuff, which will only take a minute or two. And then we can move however many bales I have produced. Canola bales. It must be about 50. So if you think about it, it's not really that many loads, it's like 6 loads, but despite that, it's going to be bit of backwards and forwards because we've got to go all the way across the bridge each time. And the only reason why they're being put into a shed is because the price is currently very poor. At least it was before. I don't think it would have changed much. I seriously doubt it's improved. Canola is that one, I think, still decreasing. So yeah, it looks like we're going to be going for a bit of a long-term store. Can't remember if I fertilised this grass here. It looks darker, so I'm guessing I did do. I think the only problem with it was it's not very big areas, there wasn't much grass. That makes it so much easier. So bale loader is 89% worn. I think everything tends to be 89% when you get it. If you get the used machines. We'll come back for the other one. And then just put it here. Again, I don't know if it makes much of a difference not repairing the auto stacker. I can't really see what changes, but we will repair it because otherwise we're sort of playing the system. It's only right. You wouldn't in real life just go and buy something which is falling apart and then not fix it. You wouldn't get any work done. So it's only £289. So now, the placing of the shed. I think, yeah, that is going to be the best place. It's going to be a little bit wasteful, but then we need to have space to manoeuvre, because the shed's going to be tucked right back. I don't think it's one of those sheds that auto fills, but I may be wrong. I've been wrong many times before. So I would hope that that is about the right place. Is that the right sort of... looks okay the way I've done it. Maybe I should have been further out. Anyway, let's just put a dirt track in. We won't put concrete in. We'll put a dirt track in. Or actually no, we'll put gravel in. Otherwise it's not going to blend. So if I just go to the gravel category, And then we'll set our tool as a square. Yeah, I think, yeah, that would be good. Of course, we can always change it in the future. If it starts to look a bit weird. Probably should have been... Yeah. Okay. It's actually not as big as I was expecting, that shed, so maybe it's going to fill it. And actually, another thing I didn't think of is the way that the auto stacker lifts up. Yeah, on the pictures I was expecting it to be taller, but no, it's just me not testing stuff first. Okay, so we'll get the bales to here, then we can push them in. Simple. We have the good grab, so shouldn't be too tricky. And 8 bales tall isn't really too tall. Well, it's not even 8 tall, it's 4 tall, isn't it? So yeah, it should be fine. Should be no issue at all. So it begins. I wish I knew exactly how many bales we have produced. I forget how many we made in the previous episode, and I've actually restarted the game now, so it's not going to tell me for this episode. I'm going to go with 50. Right, so once I have done the first load, I'll time-lapse it, but I just want to make sure my system is going to work. Space for 2 more. There we go. And there's still loads left. Yeah, I'm going to go with 6 loads. 6 or 7 loads. The alternative would have been to use an Anderson auto stacker, which can carry quite a few more than this, but then I think that would have been even taller. And it wouldn't really have worked with this farm. They're quite big. Yeah, so if the Fiat tractor has the front loader put on it, and the bale fork, I'm sure I have a bale fork. I'm pretty sure I have that same bale fork on every series. But yeah, hopefully just push it in. At least that is the plan. Start on the inside. Maybe it'll fit. It's just the picker-upper thingy. That's my technical term for it. Oh no, it's too tall. It is too tall. Oh. Okay, plan B. Okay, well, I have been looking at my options here, and I've come to the conclusion that I definitely don't want to get rid of the shed, because I do like it, it looks really good, but it's probably not going to be suitable for any of my auto stacker operations, so we might put some bales in here in the future, with just the front loader, but for now we're going to transfer the trailers across into here, and I'm going to put the bales in this end bay, because it is much taller. So, yeah, as you can see, the AS trailer is already in here. Need to bring the Massey Ferguson across. But anyway, this should sort everything. So, on the plus side, I can put my bales under cover still, and also keep the trailers under cover. It's just going to be classed as a miniature storage shed. the second to last load we have left in the field. We have five bales, plus the one which is on its own, so 6, which is good. That's a good number. We'll get them all put into that same shed, and then we'll be able to wrap things up. But yeah, I think really the progress today has been quite good. Next time, definitely getting digestate on the grass field if I can do. It just depends really if it allows you to when it's fully grown. And now we have the other field, of course, the one which we're clearing now, ready to re-drill or cultivate or plough. I don't think it needs to be ploughed because I did subsoil. And before anybody says, oh, you need to put lime on, no, lime requirement has been off since the start, I think. Okay, so it is getting tricky because of that pillar. So if the worst comes to the worst, I can just push it in with the tractor. But it looks like we can get quite close. About as close as we can go. If I just spin around, I'll attempt to get it pushed in. No guarantees. Come on, slow thing. Go up. Got it stuck on my wheel. Okay. Slow and steady. There we go. So almost enough bales to finish off. To get another full stack. Not quite. But that's not bad. All they're doing is waiting for the price to be right. We'll go this way. Makes a nice change. As for lighting in the yard, I know at the beginning of the video we did put in a light, but I just don't know if we should put more in. I did actually mention this in the previous episode, and at the time of recording this, the previous episode hasn't published, so I don't know what anybody has said, but yeah, I'll obviously be able to read the comments. Unless nobody said anything, which would be unusual. Okay, the field is almost clear. I think it's an impressive number of bales though, from a canola field. And there we go. Right, see you over at the farm. Probably should make it perfect. Might frustrate a few people. You know, like when you have a photo on the wall, picture on the wall, and it's hanging a bit crooked, it's quite frustrating. Similar sort of thing if you don't align everything. Right. Don't want to put a bale inside a bale because that can make them explode. At least it used to make them explode. Back in FS11 and stuff. Okay, so there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.